for being here. All right, I'm pseudo opening the doors here. Hello, everybody. Hello, we're just fixing one last little tech piece. Hang on tight and we'll be right with you. And thank you so much for your patience. Hello, hello, and hello. So nice to see so many people appearing in the room. I'm so glad you're all with us today. Greetings, happy Thursday or Blur's Day, as Janet and Peter taught us. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here today. I'm so glad to see you all. Hello to everybody out there on Facebook Live, especially to Mary in Omaha and Tiggs in Massachusetts and Ken in Louisiana, who are joining us every day out there, plus many, many others. Thank you so much for being here. And hi to everybody in the room. Bonnie in Idaho, hello. Nicola in the UK, hello. Hello, Aloysius in Massachusetts. Hello, Sandy in the Yukon. Hi, Janet in Georgia and Pete in Florida. Hello, glad to see you again. Kathy in Virginia, hello, glad you're here. Trish, hello, nice to see you today. Fred in Maryland, hello. Susan G, hello, nice to have you with us today. Lisa in Indiana, hello. Is that a hat? That's awesome. Carolyn in Idaho, hello, nice to see you. Kevin in New Hampshire, hello, glad you're with us today. Hello to Daniel, nice to see you. And Lynn in Connecticut, Sheila in Florida. Mary Jean Meyer is in the house. Glad to see you, Mary Jean. I'm so glad you're here. Becky, maybe coming in from Maine, maybe coming in from DC on Mary Jean. Becky in Vancouver, hello. Nice to see you. Dion in Massachusetts, hello. Amy Appleton in DC, hello. Glad you're here. Anne in the DC area. Steve in Baltimore. Kirsten in DC or Massachusetts, not sure which. Anna, hello Anna, coming in from Maryland with an awesome little Christmas figure gnome greeting. I love it, totally beautiful. Glad you're here, Anna, you're looking great today. Eileen, hello, thanks for being with us. Nancy in Vermont, Diane Kresh in DC, glad you're with us today. And Jamie in BC, hello, in Victoria. Carol also coming in from BC, hello. Dan in Virginia, hi. Betsy, music director at Washington Rebels, hello, glad you're here. Gail Nields, hello, mom to the wonderful folks we have singing with us today. And Martha in Oregon, Francette and Dale in Colorado, Nancy in Washington State, Anne, hello, Bob, Rosie in Michigan, Susan in Seattle, Caroline in the DMV area, hello, Ida and Whippy, two little people in the room with us, hello, glad to see your little faces, Adele, and lots of folks off of video, hello, Max and Bob, Sid, and other folks, let's see, Adrian and John and Gwen, that's Helen's mom, hello Gwen, Martha, and lots more. Sorry if I don't say hello to you, hopefully I'll get you on the goodbye, and thank you so much for being here. And again, thank you to everybody out there on Facebook Live. Welcome to the Washington Rebels Carpe Diem Arts Daily Antidote of Song. We are here every day at noon singing a song to bring ourselves some hope and some joy and some relief from the anxiety of isolation, and also as a way of coming together and to find ways to act together to help make our very confused little nation and little globe a better place. Thank you for joining us every day in that effort. A couple of quick announcements beforehand. My email's in the chat if you want to be on our daily antidote email list, or if you just have suggestions or questions, please email me. There's a donate link in the chat. We're doing a holiday songs and cocktails fundraiser. I will talk more about that later. Lyrics will be in the chat, and a big shout out of thanks to Aaron Geyer. We're running the tech for us again today. Thank you, Aaron, for being here. And without any further ongoing continuous sound from me, nonstop, I would like to bring up these two fabulous artists who are with us today, Nerissa and Katryna Nields, who I think are coming in from Northampton, Mass. I forgot to ask.
That's correct.
Yes, got it, great. I'm so glad to have you guys. I know you've had a long relationship with Rebels, and I know you've sung with us in the past before, not in the daily, but live in person many years ago. I'm so glad you're with us today. Can't wait to hear about your song and more about you guys after we sing together. Thank you.
Thank you for having us. So we sing first, right? Yeah.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Well, shepherds kept their watching, or silent flocks by night. But all throughout the heaven there shone a holy light. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. The shepherds feared and trembled when low above the earth rang out the angel chorus that hailed our Savior's birth. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Down in the lowly manger, the humble Christ was born. God sent us salvation that blessed Christmas morn. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. One more time. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
Woo! Nerissa and Katryna, thank you so much. That was absolutely gorgeous. Your voices are so amazing. It's amazing how you can take a song that I've sung my whole life and turn it into something that I only for the first. Thank you, and thank you. So can you tell us all a little bit about why you chose that song today?
Well, my earliest memory of this song is that I had a picture book that had the lyrics to this song in it. I actually think the picture book had many Christmas Carol lyrics in it. Like every 4 pages, it was a new Christmas Carol. But this was my favorite. And I think I liked it the most because you were allowed to kind of shout it. And my musical joy as a child came mostly from being able to sing like that. It reminded me of all of my favorite songs from the rest of the year. And so it's always been a favorite of mine. And so that was part of why I wanted to sing it. I think it's a great sing-along and lends itself well to Nerissa's guitar instrumentation. So that was part of why I voted for it when Nerissa and I were trying to decide. Nerissa, you can talk about it too.
I love the idea of the language of go tell it on the mountain, like the idea that this is such good news, and it's told in a voice that can't imagine anything higher than a mountain, which is all we've got. Like that's what we have on Earth. We have mountains, and I love the idea of climbing to the top to proclaim the good news. And I love the tune, and I love the way all the versions I've ever heard of this are so exciting. It's an exciting Christmas carol, but it's the same story you know, as the first Noel, as a little town of Bethlehem. I mean, it's that story, which I love.
Nerissa and I made a record about 2 years ago now, I guess, or a year and a half ago, I guess, of Christmas music with our friend Ben Demarath, who is trained as a bluegrass musician and who sings kind of like our dad sings. Our dad is John Nields, who is deeply connected to the Rebels. And but he doesn't live near us, so we can't always get him to sing on our records. So we recruited our friend Ben Demarath and made a record, and this was one of the songs we included on it. And I think that was part of what made us want to do it also, is that it's just been in our lives a little bit more in the last couple of years in lots of different ways.
That's great. Thank you so much. So I know your dad has sung with you on some of your recordings. What is the one, Kitchen? I can't remember.
All together singing in the kitchen.
And also he does sing on the Christmas record. We cover the Christmas Rebels song, Joy, Health, Love, and Peace. Pleased to See the King. And our father sings the middle part and I sing the low part.
That's great. I think maybe we're going to have to try and figure out a way to get you guys to come back and do that one. I love that song so much. And I think most of the folks in this room might not know that, the folks in the room who haven't actually ever been to a Christmas Rebels, which I think is many in here. Do you guys have a deeper relationship with Washington Rebels yourselves?
We were both in Washington Rebels.
Well, we had the incredible good fortune of attending the Potomac School where Jack Langstaff had sort of created the music program. And though he was no longer a full-time teacher there, he would come back and visit and sing for us. And one of my earliest, most profound musical moments was having Jack stand at the front of our gymnasium while all of us were seated on the floor, and he led us in One Man Shall Mow My Meadow, and he walked from one end of the gym to the other end, holding his arm above his head like this, having us all sing together, 6 men, 5 men, 4 men, 3 men, 2 men, that whole thing. And
so beautiful.
So we were sort of steeped in all of the music from both Spring Revels and Christmas Revels. And then our father and our mother and father were both in one of the earliest Washington Spring Revels. And our dad was in the Christmas Revels in Washington many, 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 many years. And I got to be in it when I was in high school.
You were in French Rebels, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just out of college, and I was in Victorian Rebels, and I was in the one after that, which was just a regular medieval England Rebels.
And our younger sister was in a Rebels when she was in elementary school. So yes, we went every year. It was part of our Christmas tradition.
And now living in Northampton, we usually go to the Cambridge Revels. Revels is so much a part of our, it's going to make me cry. It's really something I'm going to miss this year. Fortunately, we're going to the virtual December 20th Revels, and so many members of our family are going to go watch it on Zoom or wherever it is that it almost feels like we're going to be together. And I am actually so grateful for Zoom and for technology this year. I just feel so grateful for the connections we still get to keep in the face of having lost so many connections.
So that is great to know that you're going to be at the DC Revels on the 20th. I know lots of folks in this room will be there too. Some of them, it will be their first winter Revels ever. And so I'm excited that they're going to get to learn it this way and then have the comparison when they get to go hopefully live in a future year. And also want to shout out Cambridge Revels and most, if not all of the other Revel cities who are making some form of virtual something and putting it out there. But also want to shout out 6 of the Revel cities are going to be joining us in this room starting on the 4th. George Emlyn from the Cambridge Revels, plus one of their tradition bearers, will be with us on December 14. And for that whole rest of the week, we will have different Revel cities leading songs in here. We're going to do some of the regular favorites. We're going to see tradition bearers bringing us new stuff. And I think it's going to be really, really great. So please do join us. This is both for you guys and everyone in the room. Between December 14 and 19, the last day will be DC Revels. And we've got some tricks up our sleeve for you too. So looking forward to having that opportunity. And fully agree with you on the thank goodness for this Zoom platform, because despite the fact that we're not singing together, we figured out ways to make harmonies. We can harmonize with whoever we want. As someone once said in this room, I'm singing a duet with Issei Barnwell. I can't believe my luck, right? So it is a way in which we've both made way to make music, but ways to be even closer in some ways than we could be if we were together. And the missing pieces feel less painful. And it is, of course, amazing to think that hopefully it's not too long before we're all doing this together in person, holding hands for a Lord of the Dance and not just putting our fingers up and touching each other on the screen. So I have a question for you guys about your personal Christmas traditions. What does the December month look like in your homes now? And what does it usually look like?
Well, I want to say one thing about what it usually looks like. Our church has Lord of the Dance as the last song of the Christmas Eve service. And our parents are usually up here visiting us. And my father will always end our church service with Lord of the Dance. And the minister and the music director contacted me and they said, what are we going to do without your dad? Is there any way he would zoom in and sing it? So we're working on that, but that's definitely a big part of it. You know, having our parents here and is, to me, that is Christmas. And so it's kind of hard to think about what Christmas is going to look like this year.
Nerissa and I have the incredible good fortune of living 2 blocks from each other. And though for the first quarter of this pandemic, we were not potted, we did eventually figure out a way to create a sealed pod of our 2 families. And mostly we have been able to maintain that unless there's been some kind of weird scare, somebody had to go to a doctor or something, you know, that kind of thing. We'll take a little break, but it looks like we will get to spend Christmas with each other's families, which is a huge, huge blessing for us. We will miss our parents so much, and we will Zoom with them. They're here today. And we also will be Zooming with our younger sister's family and with our extended family.
You had a great idea that we haven't done anything about yet, but maybe we could announce it here. Maybe people know.
What was my great idea?
Your great idea is we were thinking, we love singing Christmas carols, and we're lucky enough to get to sing with each other in harmony. And we were thinking of finding some individuals who love Christmas carols, who live within 10 miles of us. So I know that's pretty limited, but we would just like to find those people and
stand in their
driveway and sing to them. You know, and they can sing from their doorway if they want to sing with us. But it just seems like we have this lucky thing of being singers who get to sing together right now in this time when so many singers are like, I would do anything to sing with another human being in harmony in real time. And there are a lot of people who are really alone at this time of year. And because of the pandemic, that's especially important that they stay alone. But if we could come and sing to them, that would be amazing. So that's my Christmas hope, that we sort of solve this puzzle, because there are a lot of people who do not like Christmas carols. So it's not like we can go up and down the street going, hey, who wants to hear us sing? We want to find that person for whom it would make a difference.
That's so cool. And I just love the notion that it's sort of like an order form Christmas carol, kind of like you have to sign up in advance, which is so different than the usual caroling thing. And actually, speaking of crying, you guys are making me get near tears, because one of the things that is part of my Christmas season and part of Washington Rebels Christmas season is our day of service, where once a month we do something for some other nonprofit. We serve them as a community. And one of the things we do regularly is sing at retirement homes or assisted living facilities, and in particular one that's right down the street from where Rebels was on Dale Drive. And we would always go on Christmas and sing to them. And it was always the most uplifting, amazing thing to be in a room full of people who were just overjoyed for your presence. and I can't figure out a way to get Christmas carols to them in any meaningful way. We might make a recording of us singing, but we can only sing in 2 or 3, people who are potted. But we're thinking about that because it feels terrible to not be giving that piece of the holiday that they're accustomed to and we're accustomed to. So it was a two-way amazing. So I'm so grateful you're doing what you're doing, because I think it will probably be meaningful to many to be able to at least have that moment of a song and a harmony and a live, even though distanced, sing. That's totally great. Do you guys have any upcoming events that you would like to tell the folks in the room about before we move on to the song again?
Every Monday night, pretty much, every Monday night, we do a concert from right here with my husband, who plays guitar.
Really well, better than me.
And so, I mean, every once in a while we have a show on a Saturday night, which means our Monday thing is something smaller and not a full show. But I would say that's only happened twice in the last 4 months. So you can come to Nields. You can go to our website, Nields.com, and probably find out more, or go to Facebook, the Nields Facebook page, or
follow
our
us on
page.
Facebook is the easiest way to get the information, because we stream on Facebook Live and also YouTube Live at the same time, 7:00 every Monday night.
Yeah, and you can, if you go to Nields.com, which is spelt like fields or shields, Nields, you can sign up on our mailing list, and we send out the link and the theme for the week, usually over the weekend prior to that Monday.
Thank you. So there's some cute comments in the chat. Is Greenfield close enough? Is from Storm. And someone is asking if Cambridge is close enough. So you're 10 miles.
Greenfield might be close enough.
Yes. Cambridge, no.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So Storm, write to us at either on our Facebook page or via theneildsband@gmail.com.
That's really great. So Storm, we know, is isolated on his own, and that he also has a daughter who's in a care facility who's isolated, and he hasn't been able to see for a really long time. So if that ends up working out, I'm sure that's going to bring a lot of joy to Storm, and hopefully also to you guys. So let's see, your link is your website is in the chat, and we'll see if we can get your Facebook page in there too. How would you feel about singing the song, any part of it or all of it, or whatever you want to do for us again once more before we part company?
Sure. You want to sing 2 choruses? The first one is and
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born.
Thank you so much. Let's all show them how glad we are that they joined us today. Thank you so much. That was absolutely delightful, and
it was such an honor. Thank you.
Thank you. It's so, I don't even want to sing on top of you because I just want to listen. Your harmonies are just so glorious.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you again for being with us. I'm going to say goodbye to everybody on Facebook Live. Thank you for joining us out there, wherever it is you are, because you're not on the Revels page. So wherever you are, I'm glad you found us. And in here, I want to say thanks again to everybody for coming. As always, we've got an incredible month of song leaders this month, and I hope you'll keep joining us every day. Thank you, Nerissa and Katryna. And if you need to go, that's fine. You're welcome to go now. We're going to shout everybody else out of the room. And I'm really going to shout it because you guys have me in a shouting mood from that song. Bonnie, thank you so much for being here. Lots of love. Janet, thank you for being here. Great to see you. Kathy, thank you for being here again. You're looking great today. Fred, thank you so much. Nice to see you today. Susan, thank you for being here. Great to see you. Carolyn, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your smile. Kevin, we're always glad to have you. Great to see you, sweetie. Daniel, thank you so much for being here. Great to see you. Lynn, thank you so much. Nice to see you again too. Thank you. Thank you for holding up your menorah. It's beautiful. Thank you. Sheila, great to see you. Thanks for joining in again today. Becky, thank you for being here. See you tomorrow. Dion, thank you as always. I'm loving your whole red program. Absolutely great. And thank you for being here. Glad to see you again today. Anna, thank you so much for being here. We're sending you lots of good luck and lots of positive vibes. And thank you to the gnome. Goodbye, Carol. Thanks for being here today. Great to see you. Dan, thank you. Glad to see your smile today. Gail, thank you for joining in to watch your fabulous daughters. I'm sure you never get tired of that. Francette, thank you for being here today. Great to see you. Nancy's Irish cow with Nancy hiding somewhere behind it. Thank you for being here. Bob, great to see you today. Thanks for coming in today. Rosie, thank you so much for being here. Glad to see you. Susan, good to see your smile again. Thanks for being here. Caroline, thank you so much for being here. Ida and Whitby and your stockings. Thank you so much for being here. Knowing Ida, she probably made the stockings. Did I get that? Yep, there you go. Ida, you are amazing. Sandy, thank you so much for being here. Glad to see you. Oh, look how beautiful. Ida, that is so great. You're just an incredible kid. Sandy, thanks for being here. Glad to see you today. Storm, thank you so much. And I hope the Greenfield connection works out. Pete, great to see you today. Thanks for being here. Glad you're back. Pete Bear, nice to see you. I'm so glad you're here. I know that you know the Nields well. Glad to see you. I'm glad you're with us. Jamie, thank you for coming today. Good to see you. Trish, goodbye. Have a great day. Nice to see you. Lisa, thank you so much for being here. Aloysius, great to see you. And Aaron, if you can take Aloysius out because he's in his car so he doesn't have to push any buttons. Nicola, thank you so much. Great to have you. See you tomorrow. I think you're announcing tomorrow. We have that right? Yes, awesome. Nicola's going to do our announcements so you get to hear somebody else besides me. Amy, also in her car. So Aaron, you can knock Amy out too so she doesn't have to push buttons. Kirsten, thank you for being here. Glad to see you. Adele, thank you so much for being here. Gary, thank you so much for being here. Great to see you. And hugs to Christy behind the scenes. Melinda, Valerie, Kachina, all of you off video. Thank you so much. Margaret, there's John Nields hiding in the background. And Marcia, thank you so much. So glad to have all of you with us. Thank you, and thank you again. And if you want to stick around for a minute, we can find the unmute button here and somebody can ask Nerissa or Katryna another question or so before we head out, especially if the mom and the dad want to say hi. So let's see. I'm going to find you can unmute people and there you go. If anybody wants to say a quick hi, we can stay for another, actually about 2 minutes. Anybody? You can put your hands up and we can send you an unmute. Okay, there's Gail. I'm going to send you a little unmute. Hello, mommy. All right, I'm asking you to unmute. There you go.
I just want to say no revels in Washington this year at the Lisner Auditorium, but what a joy to see my two children here.
And I'm so excited to hear about all the other guests you have coming up. I mean, it really sounds like you are keeping Revels going right through this crazy time.
Thank you. That's very sweet. Yeah,
it's a huge accomplishment.
Well, thank you. That's really, really sweet. We are on day 200. This Saturday is day 250 of singing together. And we have folks in this room who've been with us for all the same 250 days or close, which is pretty amazing. And let's see. We have coming up this month, we have the Revel Cities Week, which is going to be 6 different Revel cities. It's Puget and Cambridge and California and Santa Barbara and North, the one in Hanover, and DC. And I might have forgotten somebody there. We have Michael Doucet of Beausoleil is going to sing us Cajun Christmas on the 13th, I think. He's fabulous. We have Tim Erickson. I know you guys know Tim. He actually made a whole Christmas album also. And like yours, he has his own very particular take on things. He's going to sing us a few carols on our 250th day. Who else? We've got, it's an incredible, we've got So Arne Batson, Sweet Honey in the Rock, and also Issei Barnwell, Sweet Honey in the Rock, both
Yeah.
going to be in the room with us on different days. And if it works out, maybe also the same day. But that's a secret, so don't tell anybody.
Okay, we won't tell anybody.
And yeah, other just, it's amazing. We've been so lucky, this community. And one of the things that's been really, really amazing is being in other musicians' living room, being able to talk to them in a way that we don't obviously in a big setting, and having the musicians starting to feel part of the community or the desire to come back and see the familiar faces. And that's just been amazing. So we have folks who've never considered themselves revelers before, who full on think of themselves as revelers now. It's been really great. So let's see, is Storm, I see you have a hand up.
Yeah, I'm already putting information in an email to you, and I just wanted you to know that I actually have more than one connection to what we'll be doing when it works out. And I have a connection to your family in that Caroline Langstaff was my babysitter when I was a kid.
That's amazing. Thank you, Storm.
Isn't it great the way the Langstaffs have made like this little stitch of all of us, like some way or another, you know, the Langstaffs and the Potomac School, and then it's amazing. Anybody else in the room want to say anything? John Nields, you're up.
I just want to say to my lovely daughters, I love you very much, and thank you for singing, and thank you for coming in our house here. And thank Joe, thank you for everything you do with Rebels, and God bless Rebels, and God bless us all.
Beautiful.
Daddy.
Thanks for teaching us that song.
Yeah, Daddy. Thanks for teaching it to us. I wish we were singing with you.
Beautiful sentiment. Thank you, John. So Kevin, I see you have your hand up. I just sent you an unmute.
That you guys live in Northampton, Mass. Northampton, New Hampshire.
Oh, nice.
The name of your town, Kevin, is Northampton, New Hampshire?
Yes.
Okay, that's a hoot. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So thank you, Kevin, for sharing that. That's really great. Pete Bear, is that a hand? Yes. All right, hang on. I'm unmuting you. Here we go. Oops, not yet. There you go. Did you get a little ask to unmute, I hope? There you are. Oh, still quiet though. Nope. I think your mic is not working or something. Yeah, sorry. It's nice to see you. You could try unplugging your headphones. Sometimes that works.
How's that?
Gotcha.
Just wanted to wish the whole Nields family a really happy holiday, and thanks for all the music all these years.
Thanks, Pete.
Yeah, thank you.
Happy holidays to you too.
Anybody else want to say anything? Anybody?
Did you have a question for me? I got a message you wanted me to unmute.
Me? Oh, I think I hit you by accident while I was looking for Pete. Sorry, Storm.
Okay,
It's too many buttons and gadgets on my screen.
that's totally understandable.
So, all right. I think we've hit everybody. Thank you again, gang, for being with us today for the song and also for sticking around for a little after chat. Love seeing you all. Let's all wave goodbye to Ida and Whitby, who are having more fun at this moment than the rest of us. Love you guys so much. So Ida this year has the sort of honor of being not only in the Cambridge Rebels virtual Christmas chorus, which she's been in the real Cambridge Rebels chorus before. She was also invited to be in the DC Rebels Christmas chorus because of her, the children's chorus rule was you had to have been in a Rebels chorus before. But Ida has been in this room for 250 days. And so she qualified hands down. So she will also be appearing on the 20th. You'll get to see her in the show as well. Ida, lots of love to you, sweetie. You're an amazing kid. Kevin, thanks again. Great to see you. And Lisa, thank you so much. Storm, thanks again. Nancy, thank you. Bob, Rosie, great to see you. Thank you so much.
Joe.
Daniel.
Hey, Joe, let me interrupt for one question.
Sure.
What happened to the picture that's usually in your background?
So the background of me is I'm never in front of an artificial background because I can never figure out how to do it. So do you mean actually like the picture that was hanging on the wall?
Yes, that was your grandmother, is that right?
That was my great grandmother,
Okay.
who came from Italy. And it's actually over there. I moved today so I'm at my mom's in New Jersey. We isolated in order to be able to see each other. And
Oh,
so
okay.
this is my mom's Christmas tree with lights, no ornaments yet.
Thank you. That
Yeah.
will just explain to a couple of curious people why I put a comment in the chat that said, so your great grandmother has been transformed into a Christmas tree.
That's great.
Enough
I didn't
said.
see that. Love it. Thank you, Bob. That's very funny. Bye. Thank you so much, Bob. Great to see you. Rosie, thank you again. And Dan, thank you so much. Daniel, thank you so much. Daniel, I'm not sure if you're new to us or if you've been with us before. If you want to unmute and just let me know where you're coming from or whether or not you want to be on the email list, I'll send you an unmute just in case. Whoops, just sent it to the wrong person again, moving buttons. You can unmute if you want to, but you don't have to. Pete, great to see you. Thank you so much for joining in the conversation. And Storm and Melissa, thank you. Great to see you. Rosie, thank you so much. And Natalia, hi to see you. Nice to see you. And Ida, thank you so much, gang. And I see we still have Gail Nields in the background. Lovely. Nice to see you, Gail. Daniel, how are you?
I'm good.
Great. Are you new today?
I'm from the Boston area. So I've been to most of the Cambridge revels, starting back in about 1990. I've been to just about all of them.
Wow.
So I'll be missing them this year. And maybe next year they'll be back.
Yes, let's hope so for sure. There are really, really beautiful, if you go on to the different Revels cities websites, lots of them are offering really beautiful pieces. Revels North actually in Hanover did the most exquisite animated Revels piece that I just highly recommend. I have not seen Cambridge's yet, but I'm sure it's going to be spectacular. I think they're rolling theirs out the same day we're rolling ours out. I can't remember. But all of them are also available after the fact. So if you want right through your holidays, you can watch the different Revels shows, which is what my family's planning to do, and get to see all 9 of them. I was going to say on the 14th, I don't know if you were in the room when I announced this, on the 14th, George Emlin is going to lead in here. He's the Cambridge Revels music director. So if you're able to join us in here that day, you might see a lot of familiar faces. It's great to see you. Thank you so much, Daniel.
You're welcome.
Let me know if you want to be on the email list. We send out the name of the artist and the lyrics in advance every day so that people know who's going to be on. So if you're interested, you can email me. My email address is in the chat, but it's also available on the Revels website. So Revels DC, and my name is Jo Rossi.
Okay. See you later.
Bye, Daniel. Thank you so much. Great to see you. Bye, Ida and Whitby. Oh, is that a hand? Hang on one second.
Can you hear me?
Hello.
I just put in the chat a video that me and Whitby recorded for the Boston Revels.
Oh, no kidding. That's awesome. And is that going to be part of the thing they're releasing with their Christmas thing?
I'm not
Very
sure.
cool.
It was kind of a last minute thing because they didn't include children this year. Much going on, and then somebody gave them a shout out and said, we cannot have Revels without children. I'm not sure if they will put it in the big production, but they've released these children's songs just 2 days ago, and it seems they are using them actually as like holiday greetings and as part of advertising for the big holiday show.
That's great.
The Cambridge Revels is going to start. It's not live like the Washington one. So they're releasing on the 18th.
Okay.
And 18th Friday night. And for the same ticket, you get to watch it through the 31st, I think.
That's
so we
very
don't
cool.
have to go on the same night. And,
That's great.
But we can't wait for the 20th with Washington.
And
I think it's going to be really fun.
The song that I was in, well, I just done other ones, but we were in A Child of Peace.
Wow, that's so cool. I'm going to listen to it as soon as we get out of here. I can't wait to hear it.
Beautiful. That's the last link in your chat. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Love to both of you. And all three of you, I mean, because I see there's still a hand there. Bye, Whitby. Bye, Ida. Bye, Natalia. Thank you so much.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
Bye, gang. Love you. Was I freezing?
A tiny bit, but not very much.
Okay, because it was freezing a lot on the coming back to me. So I would say something and then it was like nothing would happen for a really long time.